Education exposes you to the strength you have. Multifamily syndication is a team sport. It's a group of people. It's not a one-man game. It's not my friend, my BFF. This is not a BFF kind of thing. It's what are you bringing on the table, period. It's business, guys. You treat it as that. The next thing is for you to chase while you are networking with people. That's a form of education. You are getting education like this and all that. And for the GP people, if you intend to be a GP, let's assume that you've identified your investment criteria. One, you've identified the group of people that you want to work with. Once you identify the group of people that you want to work with, now this is the time for everybody to understand what they are bringing on the table. It's not my friend, my BFF. This is not a BFF kind of thing. It's what are you bringing on the table, period. It's business, guys. You treat it as that. I'm not going to partner with you because you look beautiful. No, I'm partnering with you because you're going to help me raise money. It's that simple. I'm that blunt. That is what it is. Or I'm partnering with you because you help me with investors relations. That is it. We are not here to do married couple. We're not doing that. Or I'm partnering with you because you are local on ground and I'm not there. You can easily go. That is the business. Now we need to identify what each and every one of us are bringing on the table. What are you bringing on the table? What's your strength? It's possible that one, you do not even know what your strength is. It has happened. Many people have found themselves in that category. I don't know my strength. I don't even know what I can really do. And someone called me last week and said, Bibi, I feel I can do more. And the next question I asked, I said, what can you do? And he said, I don't know. Just give me something. I'm sure I will figure it out. And I laughed. And I said, that means you've not identified what your strength is, because it's for you to say, Bibi, I think I can do this. Can you give me the finances or give me this and that? I can deliver on it. I can do it and all that. That is what it should look like. So that's why the education part of it is very, very important. After you've identified exactly your investment criteria, your team members, you need education. That's why we are doing this. It's not because it's convenient for us. It's very important because education exposes you to the strength you have. Remember I said multifamily syndication is a team sport. It's a group of people. It's not a one-man game. Syndication, not multifamily. I can buy multifamily loan. Syndication aspect, if that's how you want to buy your multifamily, then you have to bring something on the table. It's not a walking kind of thing. So once you've identified that you are bringing something on the table, it's possible you are very, very talented, but you don't know how you can apply it in multifamily. There are people like that. It might take them to go through one deal from beginning to the end for them to understand, oh, this is the process. I can do this, right? It has happened that way. Some people learn on the job, while some people just little education, they can identify where their avatar is. So it just depends on you. If you can easily identify where your superpower is, then that. So let me tell you the different roles in multifamily syndication if you decide to be a GP. Because if you decide to be an LP, you don't need all these things, really, because you don't need those avatars. All you need to know is how to identify a good deal. You need to know your market. You need to know the team you want to work with. That is if you want to be an LP. But for a GP, it goes more deeper than that. As a GP, it's important that you understand your avatar. And like I said, sometimes you might need to be involved in a team for that to happen, or sometimes you might need education. Education is important because it will make you understand the process and make you figure out where you fit into the big picture. Truth be told, it's not easy for you to come into a team as brand new to become a GP. The only way that is possible is if you have a lot of money or you have people that can give you money and all that. It's easy that way because everyone is looking for someone on their team that can raise cash. But truth be told, even if you have those people that you can raise money from, some of them might not trust you yet because you're still new. Nobody wants to lose their money. So it might take some kind of period for you to cross through and for them to see that you really know what you're doing before they can now give you the money. So you might need to look for a team that will give you that opportunity. Truth be told, when we're doing one of those syndications, we opened our doors to people to come in for free. You're not obligated to raise money. And we intentionally stopped that. You know, what you don't pay for, the tendency is that you not value it. Normally, for people to come for this event, we have to put our post, invite people. And sometimes I get weary about doing that. I'm like, I'm giving our value, my time, my effort, my money. I mean, the same thing with Ofiri, giving our time, money, effort, everything. And we are literally begging you guys to come come and listen to us. And I'm like, these are things you guys are paying $30,000 for. And that's the truth. Quote me wrong. That is the truth. Most times they will even break it down like this. And not that we even stop here. Sometimes we give some of you the opportunities to join us for free on our deals. And why we decided to stop that not too long ago is because those people, all of them that we gave the opportunity to, took it for granted. In short, one of them came to us because we brought her in. She was not going to do anything, just help us with the account. And she came and said she's overwhelmed, that she's done, that we should take our GP, that she's done. When I told the other GP team that, can you imagine? They were so mad and said, oh, we don't blame you. We brought 400. Some of them brought 800. Some of them brought 700. Some of them brought 500,000 to the deal. They said, we don't blame you, because if you had brought in 500,000, you will not be telling us to go with our deals. Because someone gave you an opportunity, even gave you equity on it, and you feel because you just had some bumps, and that's why you cannot go through this. So our point here is, what you don't pay for, sometimes you don't value it. So understanding your avatar might be difficult if you have to figure it out alone. Sometimes the kind of education we're even seeing nowadays, sometimes it's like it's too much information. They're not broken down, or nobody is holding you on your hands and saying, let me walk you through the rope. It's kind of difficult for you to understand it. So you might need to go in between way. Like if you intend to be a GP, you might intentionally have to become an LP for that to happen. And not just for you to be an LP, you must look for a team that will give you the access to knowing what a GP really looks like. That is the best way for you to get it fast. Or if you have the money or the investors, there's no sponsor that will tell you, that will say no to your money. Call up one sponsor and say, I have 500,000 to invest or 1 million to invest in your deal. I can tell you for a fact, even if there's no space, they will tell you, come. We have a deal, or another deal is coming, come. They will welcome you. Most of us don't have access to that kind of money like right now. We will later on when we become professionals, but right now we don't. So the easiest way for you to learn this entire process is going through the GPLP route. So what that thing will do for you is you'll be exposed to the meetings. You'll be exposed to all the challenges and all that. So for example, on our calls, we have limited partners on our calls. For those ones that say they want to know more, we give them access, but as long as they're investing on our deals. So they're investing on the deals, we're opening up the door to them and they're seeing it. And guess what we are showing them? We're showing them everything. They are seeing all the struggles. They are seeing all the real life issues, the mistakes, the errors, the good things, the bad. And that's how you learn. You learn from everything, and you're learning how we are mitigating those risks, because sometimes they just appear. And right on the call, we are figuring it out with the property manager, amongst ourselves. We are deliberating, we're sometimes taking a vote on some items. You're understanding the terms, the lingo, because those things are the things that will help you. You need to understand the language. Sometimes the education you go for that you pay $30,000 for might not get you those kind of information. I said it on one of my videos that will soon be out. I have only paid $4,800 only for education, whereas I've seen someone that's paid more than $300,000, and she's my friend, on education, and she doesn't still know as much as she has paid for it. So what we're trying to communicate is that there's a role for education, there's a role for you to take the move if you want to become a GP. And we are not marketing ourselves. Like I said, I don't know how to market people to switch and come and know. I'm not in the business of that. If you love what we do, come to us, we'll welcome you. But we are not here to say, come and invest with us. That's not the game. You see what we do, you like it, you come. The idea is you need people that will give you access to the real life issues. And that's what some of our investors, some of them are here. They are here on this call. That's what they are doing. And all they do is just be quiet and listen to everything. And I can tell you, on the next deal, it's not going to be that way. They already know their avatar. They already know what opportunities are on the table for them. So what we are doing is education, as well as pushing you into the pool to learn, because that is the only way we believe you can easily learn. But we are not going to open our door for you for free as well. And I know other people will also not do that. We've done that in the past, but it's not going to happen any longer, because you will not appreciate it. I can bet anything on that. We tried it to different people, and all of them the same outcome. All of them. First of all, they stopped coming for meetings, they stopped getting involved, and to date, that's what's happening. To date, so it's really bad. So we are not going to do that. If you invest 50,000, 100,000, or 25,000, or 200,000 in a deal, the probability that you show up is likely, because your money is there. You want to show up. So that's what we want. We want you to show up, not just your money. Back to what I said. So once you're able to identify your avatar, are either going through the route we've mentioned, that will now guide you towards what a multifamily process is. Now, in that process, you get to understand how to buy, the acquisition. The next stage is, now you remember you've identified your market, the class of people, your team members, everything you decided to do. Now you're a GP, you formed your team. Let's assume that you are the one that will get the deal. What are the things that you need to do? It's easy for you to find out if you're already in a team that is doing it, you understand the process. Before I go into that, let me break down the different aspects of multifamily GP syndication. So if you want to become a general partner, these are the different rules. You have the acquisition aspect of it, and I'm going to break down what acquisition aspect looks like. We have the NS money people or the risk capital aspect of it. I'm going to break that down shortly. The third one is we have the guarantor stroke key principal aspect of it. The fourth one is we have the asset management, and the fifth one is capital raising and investors relations. The first one is the acquisition process. It looks small, right? But it's very broad. In short, that is one of the most important process. If you fail it, you failed it all. The acquisition process is the person that sources the deal, underwrites the deal, carries out the due diligence, goes through the lending process with the lender. That is, you get a lender. Go through the vetting process of who your property management person would be. That means you have to vet your property man. In short, all the vendors that you want to use is you and the team that will do that. Then you close on the deal. So until that deal is closed, your acquisition process has not ended. You are starting up with one, getting the deal. How do you source for deals? For those of you that want to be a GP, without deal, what do you want to be a GP for? You need a deal to be a GP. So the first thing is you have to look for deals. So how do you look for deals? There are different ways for you to look for deals. They have off-market deals. When we say off-market, that means they are not online. You can't see them on the internet. It's one seller that is somewhere that wants to codedly sell, and you wonder, why are they codedly selling? The thing is, some of them are doing it out of shame. Some of them don't want to spend extra money because there's a marketing aspect of it if you want it to go live. Some of them want to just avoid the expenses. Those are those stingy ones, really. They don't want to spend money, so they don't want it coded. They just want 1 or 2, 3 buyers compete and I'll pick one. That's what they want. We have some of them that are ashamed. It's possible that the property is not doing well and they don't want to put it online. But if they put it out, everyone knows. And once people know that you are not doing well, you know, it's somehow. Some of them are not doing that because of that. And some have their own personal reasons why they don't want to go online. They just want easy process. So we have sellers that want to do offline. 2 of my deals were offline. I didn't get them from a broker. This seller all of a sudden just put it online, but he said, I don't have any broker. It's just me. I reached out to him. That was how we went offline, and that was how 2 of us started the conversation. We became friends, and that was it. We struck a deal and the deal ended. You understand? So you can get deals offline, and it's possible. In short, you avoid this competition. Those ones you have 10 or 50 people competing with you. It might be just you and the seller, and that's one of the easiest way. And sometimes they are motivated, so that might be a very good way, but it's difficult to find. And another one is through brokers. Brokers can give you properties offline as well. In short, there's no difference. The only thing is, for them to give you an offline deal, they must trust you enough. You must be in the closer boat, because with brokers, they profile people. They know who are the newbies. They know who are the ones that never close a deal. They know the ones that are doing well, they are striving. They know the big players. So they've put all of us in different buckets. Once you've closed 1, close 2, close 3, you see them flying to you. Like, you'll not be chasing after them. I'm at the point where I don't chase after brokers. They're the ones calling me and I decide to pick their call or not. You will get there. But at the beginning, no, it was not like that too. In short, they were asking me for proof of fund. When they start asking you proof of fund, that means there's something you're doing that is not right. So once you hear proof of fund, guys, just know that you're not speaking the language. They've profiled you as a newbie already. They don't trust that you can close. But for me, I've not received that statement in a long time. Nobody is asking me for my proof of fund, whether I can close or not, because everything is online. They can see the people that are doing the job. So you can go through a broker, get a deal. You can do it yourself, go offline, get a deal. Then you can get them through platforms, different platforms as well, and all that. But for me, I do the offline and I do the broker part. You can even get them through events like this. Like some of you that are on WhatsApp group, you see people posting deals. Those deals are sometimes real deals. They are not bad deals. They are real deals. So if you are into acquisition, you might need to start engaging with those people that are putting deals there and get more information and all that. So you can get them from communities that you belong to. You can also get them from different platforms. We have different platforms that you can get deals from. LoopNet, Crexy. Deals are there, guys. Those are not garbage garbage deals. Not all of them are garbage deals. There are good deals there, only if you look. True. The thing is, I don't know, my case is kind of unique, and I've seen some people follow that same track. People are just attracted to numbers. For example, I don't know if you met this guy that I knew, I've forgotten his name. He's now a mentor, one of the coaches in Michael Blanc. He's the one teaching them underwriting. I've forgotten his name. One young chap like that. This guy, there was no way he was going to raise money. In short, he cannot. Me looking at him, he cannot raise money. But numbers, acquisition, getting those deals, and he was new to it. The same thing with Adam. There are some people, that is their strength. So I don't want to say you all must come in through by raising money. No, because I've seen people really, but it's not so many that they already know their avatar. I am a numbers person to the core, and that is it. Some people are like that. So for those type of people, they can easily crunch numbers. They can easily talk to brokers and talk the language. It's easy for them to understand numbers and because acquisition is about understanding the numbers and interpreting it and negotiating with the numbers. So I'm using them as an example because I was close to them. The two of them never defaulted in knowing how to talk to brokers, and what their strength was the numbers. Understanding the numbers was the thing that gave them the boldness to talk to the broker, because we're talking numbers and the brokers could relate, could understand it. So there are people like that. That's all you need is understanding your avatar and just going through it. For the general public, it might just be you have to come in like the way if it came in as capital raiser and all that. Then you get your foot wet before you can start figuring out, oh, I think I'm not a capital raiser, I am this better than this, or I can combine two roles and all that. But for me and those people I mentioned, it was easy for us to identify from day one that I'm not going to be capital raising. Although we do it now, I currently do capital raising, but it's not my core.